Hey, we're back. It's been a while, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a while. Forgotten how to do this whole thing. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the Saga of the Shimmering Sea. Welcome to the Hidden Tomb of Akarut, Lost Tomb of Akarut.
Both.
Both the hidden and or lost tomb of Akarut. Um, and it is with my lovely and wonderful humans that I get to work with here, and we're gonna go have some fun exploring the remains of this tomb and figuring out what we want to do in it and making some cool stuff happen. With me, as always, are my spectacular humans. We've got Marcus
Howdy.
playing Tiss, aka Spicy Curry Bread. We've got Jack the Undying, aka Zero, and someone else. Emily, sorry.
Emily,
Emily playing Celia. Sorry, I just had that moment where I'm like, Celia, say Celia, say Celia, say Celia. And I'm like, no, wait. Her name is Emily. She's playing Celia. Sorry.
It's fine.
We've been friends for a long enough time that I feel bad, but oh well. Anyway, so what happened last time? Well, we've been dealing with some things. There's a temple inside this tomb, and around the temple has fostered a very cool, interesting, deep, and bizarre society. Um, and these travelers, out of partial guilt, have decided for some of them have decided to start defending this society and protecting it. Um, and there's some aspects of that they understand and some that they don't, but they're trying to protect it. And in doing so, uncovered that the society was probably built based around this temple, which has dedicated rooms dedicated to each of the ancient Prian gods. This is weird because the ancient Prian gods are not typically worshipped. Although, admittedly, this tomb is dated from a time when they were, so, that's okay. But they were, typically these days, they're not directly worshipped. They're worshipped via someone else, namely Marilla, who sort of is thought to be a tempering influence, who classes up this sort of extremeness of their ancient power. Nonetheless, yeah, these fine people have decided to start working with this and trying to figure out who these people are and protect the society. So they went to a teleportation portal, and they tried to destroy the teleportation portal, and someone tried to stop them from destroying the teleportation portal. And they fought this person, but this person let them live, and then decided to sort of. They're gonna keep control of the teleportation portal, but they're gonna let only people use it that should use it. Is the agreement, which I think works out relatively well for everyone. So they came back, and they had a long rest. I mark everyone your long rest stuff. Regain those hit points. Regain those hit die. Whatever it is that you do. Well, bam. So there we are, back in this city. I feel like we should name this city, or something.
Ooh.
But I'm not in a huge rush. I'm happy to name it later.
Are we deciding what we want to call it as player characters, or what they had already been calling it?
Oh, what they'd already been calling it. I just named it. Yeah, no, I don't think we're not imposing our values upon the society. We're
cool.
as creative individuals. We are elaborating on details of society that the Dungeon Master didn't come up with.
Would the shaman have named it? Or would the name precede the shaman?
The name would have preceded
the name would have
the shaman because
the name would have preceded
because
the shaman?
Akarut that is now Akarut wasn't always Akarut. There have been multiple Akaruts, so
the name would have preceded the shaman. The question is, the shaman's been in the secret power here for a long time. Would he have changed the name?
And this place is expressly meant to be a temple to the six gods.
Yeah, to the six Prian gods. Yeah, and I think from now, I'm happy to tell you guys, particularly with Celia's relationship with Oan, the deity of knowledge, order, and balance and study, that there is when this tomb was being made, there were loyalists to Akarut, who obviously was being buried purposefully to get rid of, who were still among the living, including his actual living descendants, and so this tomb was meant to house them as well. Um, and so these are actually the descendants of the rebel state of Akarutians, as it were. Yeah. But again, we don't need a name right now. We can figure it out later. I could have figured it out myself, I guess. But nonetheless, I'm putting that on you guys now. It's your job now. Welcome to the world of being a creative individual.
Name it Batman.
Batman Chalupa.
No.
I've heard worse names. Seems compelling. Okay. Maybe we call it Bat City. Or Bat Temple. It's the Bat Temple. Oh, okay.
We could call it Leatherpage, which is the Batman's Swedish name.
Leatherpage.
Mm-hmm.
Wakanda.
Yeah, not too far off.
Oh, actually, yeah, it isn't. Kind of insular. Not even kind of insular, very insular.
Yeah.
It's very insular. I think Wakanda is... I mean, I don't want to equate the two, but I do think that Wakanda is... more developed politically than these people are. They've been very isolated, whereas Wakanda was, like, isolated by choice. Fundamentally, very different experience. Yeah, but we'll see. Cool. Let's go from here. So, what do you guys want to do? You wake up. You've got plans. You have agendas. Do you have goals? Things you want to do?
Yes. The big thing about taking a long rest was that the pool room resets.
It's true.
So we can go and... We wanted to find something. Prisoner. There was a prisoner.
Oh,
yes.
We wanted to find Brooke. Brooke Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, but that ties in with Lyra a little bit, though, so we should probably wait until Asma get back.
Until Lyra's here, yeah.
That's very possible.
Yeah,
but what we can do is we can go looking for treasure. So, but what treasure would we ideally want to find is the question.
Do we know of any? That is like that we know of, but we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
We did want to just kind of go deeper for Nari, didn't we? So we could just aim downwards and see where we go.
That is dangerous as hell, but I'm actually kind of for it. What's something that would, like, help us, do you think? Like, what's something that would benefit perhaps this place too?
We could keep cleaning all of those rooms and exploring this area.
I think we might have. Did we not clean one of them?
Yeah, I think we got most things here, but what about something that would increase your blood magic? I think there has to be stuff related to blood magic in the temple, so we could ask to scry something that is blood magic related, and then go and fight and get it.
That needle isn't the only of its kind, right?
No.
That's supposed to, increase blood magic, but also it's bad. Although I can't remember why it's bad, but it is bad.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, because it was the soul contract thing.
Soul contract, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but we could find like any of the blood magic stuff. So, you guys want to do that?
I assume that there's also like high priest building stuff to do. I don't know what that would be. but there
Yeah.
probably is.
I think, like, personally, I'm kind of not over this area, but just like I do want to go fight and go
Ready for a
explore.
change.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready for some fresh air. So
Yeah,
I,
I'm okay with anything.
yeah, same kind of. I have stuff to do up top. I have stuff to do here, beneath here. Like, yeah.
okay, yeah, we could go outside, go lower to wherever it is, and fight our way back up.
I do
Sounds
like the
good to me.
idea. I do like the idea of scouting downward, like just looking at what's down there.
Yeah. How many charges did the scrying portion of it have?
Yeah, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's one per day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one per day.
Okay, so if we're gonna look for something, we probably shouldn't use it just to scout. Um, yeah, just to scout. If you all want to find something specific.
It's up to you guys.
Well, we can
So-
also use the model of the tomb
Oh yeah, true.
to scout, kind of.
So yeah.
I mean, it would show like main dangers. I don't think it'd show traps, but
Yeah, but like that's still good enough to like get an idea of where things might be. So yeah, I'd say like we should go check that first, and then come back and kind of decide when we're back. So
Okay.
Okay. So you guys go to the main room with the model of the tomb.
Mhm.
You are now there. What are you looking for?
we'll just lift up the layers to the one directly beneath us.
The one directly beneath you. Sure, yeah. So the problem is that my map is coded with numbers, and so like you would be seeing things that I see as numbers right now. So fuck. I'm gonna pick a random number and tell you what's in that room, basically. Is I think what I'm gonna
yeah,
do.
that works.
That sound good? Okay.
Yeah,
How does 116 sound?
sounds great.
Mhm. Cool. Okay. Cool. There's a black dragon in a room filled with treasure.
Oh shit! I know that one.
Yeah.
yeah, but does Zerial know that one?
Yeah, he does not, but I know that one.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Sounds like
Go get some money. Also sounds dangerous. Isn't
I
the
was gonna
black
say.
dragon
Ozisha?
What's
Obzistra.
those? Ozisha.
Obzistra.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
like kind of your blood magic superior. So I feel like bringing somebody that's like using her magic, but at like a smaller level, and then two other people with just basically swords, like it's just popping out swords, like might not be
I
the
mean,
equivalent fight we're looking for.
the issue with the blood magic is so far, everyone we've met who is anti-blood magic is like, you're bad because you use blood magic. And everyone we've met who is pro-blood magic is like, you're not using your blood magic enough. Be more lethal. So no one likes me.
It's true.
Isn't it great?
We met one. We met one person that was kind of agnostic about it, didn't we? Or am I misremembering?
Oh, you're right.
Can't
You're
remember.
Right. Even
Who
I
was
wasn't
it?
agnostic. I'm at the party, like.
Despite Celia trying to make friends, she has made bad decisions. She has no friends.
Nah, we still love and accept you just the way you are, even if you're a witch.
I have pineapple, and that's all I need.
Pineapple starts nuzzling you.
So, I would say, yeah, we should just go down the floor. Like, we should just like go for it. What do you guys think?
Great. Do we know how to get down the floor?
We will if we go to the pool.
Okay, I'm up
So
for that.
I guess back to the pool, and we're going to scry a, I guess, safe location. Marcus, M, you okay with that?
As long as we have a plan, I'm fine. A plan that we stick to and survive and get back from.
We just wander to the dragon. We're like, hey, what's up?
How long does the teleportation circle last for you, Em?
Good question. I don't know. My teleportation spell.
Because I know
There you
it
go.
takes 5 minutes to get us, which we were like thinking, like I was thinking, like, oh, it's a single turn. No, 5
No,
minutes.
it takes a round, so it takes 6 seconds.
Oh wait, really?
Well, it takes time to install a teleportation circle. It takes less
Oh,
time.
no, the duration is a
casting
round.
time is a minute. Okay,
Casting is a minute.
a minute isn't that bad. I feel like we could probably find a minute.
6 rounds.
Let's see. A 10-foot remains open till the end of your next turn. Okay, yeah. So if we were to make a teleportation, like if she were to draw the circle on the ground, could she cast it like quicker if we were to return to it?
What do you mean?
Like for example, like she takes the minute to draw the circle, yet it would only take like an action if we were to Scooby-Doo our way back to it.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah. So
So if I prep the spell.
yeah, so I mean, it's not like concentration or something like that. If you spend a minute prepping the spell, drawing the sigils on the floor, assuming they're not messed up by anything, assuming no one trips on them and like messes them up or things like that, then absolutely you can like run back there and like, okay, time to trigger the spell and get out.
Yeah, just like see ya. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Also gives very interesting ideas on like, and this is just a side note, but like, could you imagine crates that people would use the teleportation like gateway for? Like they would inscribe it into boxes or lids of boxes to steal items from, or to raid ships. Like they would place like decoy boats with like goods and stuff, and then a bunch of wizards would create like teleportation things off of the lids of the crates, and then everybody would pop out like a Trojan horse. So fun stuff.
The thing about that though is that you have to prep it like a year in advance because
yeah, that'd be it is quite the accomplishment.
quite the preparation.
Yeah, but
There are
still,
easier ways,
neat idea.
but it would be cool.
Yeah.
I
So-
wonder if you. Sorry, this is going a bit off track, but if you had like a really big piece of plank or something, I don't know, and you had your permanent teleportation circle on there, and then you just carried it around. You could just go anywhere as long as you've got the circle with you.
Good, I guess, but that's like a what? 5 foot by 5 foot, perhaps even more, right?
No,
I mean,
it's
I
a
will say that you can
10-foot
do it inside
diameter.
of a you can do it inside like of a wagon or something like that. I've seen that done. The real trick with it though is that you can only teleport to other places with teleportation circles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
it's a
so it's-
10-foot diameter. So yeah, you're carrying around essentially a 10 by 10 square of wood.
Just going around.
Just casually. So.
Cellos are nothing compared to this.
But yeah.
So is this the plan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we go to so what? Sorry, what's the plan? I should.
Yeah. Find a safe place that we can drop down to the lower level, and then create a teleportation circle once we're there, so we can Scooby-Doo our way out if we need to.
Okay.
I'm calling it Scoobying now.
Oh yeah, we have a water elemental.
Yeah, if you want. Do you want a water elemental with you?
Heck yeah.
Sorry, wait, why?
It's part of the room. So I forgot that. Wait, were you? No, I think you were here. Yeah.
The room has 4 different spells it can cast.
Yes. The portal, the looking, or hearing one.
Clairvoyance spell.
The water elemental.
Water elemental, locate object, clairvoyance, and teleportation.
Clairvoyance.
Them's the ones.
Yeah. All right. So what are you using? You can use each of these once per day. What are you using, and what are you doing with it?
Uh, 3 of them, because I don't think the locate object one we really need to use, right?
Not unless you have an object you're looking for.
Is the
I
holy
mean, now
grail.
we know we're looking for a dragon. We could just locate the dragon, I suppose.
Well, I don't think we should look for the dragon specifically because that's OZ's dragon.
No.
I don't think we're ready to fight him.
Yeah,
But
bad idea.
yeah, I don't think we have a use for it, unfortunately. So
So you're trying to scry a safe location.
Mhm.
Okay. And we're going to find safe location as a room that doesn't have enemies in it. Is that a
Yeah.
reasonable interpretation?
Sure.
Or traps.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you, Marcus, for being the group
Good call.
wisdom.
Good call.
That might be too tight of a criteria because every room in the dungeon potentially.
That is relatively true, but I will say this: there is a room
Yay!
that meets your criteria. In fact, there are 2 rooms that meet your criteria that are that are below you. I have a room called a vacant chamber and a room called a surprisingly empty room.
Oh, we're going for the surprisingly empty room. I don't. There
Wait,
is
no,
nothing
don't go for the surprisingly
suspicious
empty
about
room,
that.
because isn't that the place that we found Brookazak, or not like found Brookazak, but where Brookazak found us? Because it was like room 1, room 2, room 3. We went in the wrong order. Do you remember?
I do remember.
I remember.
That was above us, though, right? Or no?
That was above,
Is that the same?
but
Is that the same room?
no.
No, not the same one.
But that's okay. So here we go. Let's do this thing. So you're scrying a room. You see a square room with a hallway going one direction and doors on 2 others. Around the room are bas relief friezes of halflings, goblins, hobgoblins, etc., fighting weird, formless beasts. And someone who is very clearly being depicted heroically, like ignoring the battle and reading a book.
I think we know who that is.
Are they a goblin?
They are.
I'd say we go for it. You guys ready?
Sounds good. So we're gonna teleport there.
And we 100% have a way back. 100%. Right?
No.
We got Celia.
You have a way back after Celia preps the spell. So once you go there, you're gonna have to survive for a minute, and then you have a way back.
In this surprisingly empty room.
Okay. Alright.
In this definitely not suspicious room.
Yeah. I said it was not suspicious. What do you want from me? I can only say it's not suspicious so many times.
In this room filled with human air that humans breathe. With a floor that supports humans' weight.
You know, it supports some sort of weight. Okay, sounds good. So you guys teleport to the surprisingly empty room. I will state again for the record that the walls of this room are carved with bas relief friezes of humans, goblins, halflings, goblins, hobgoblins, fighting these weird formless creatures. They seem to be losing, but there's this person in the back on their side again who's depicted very positively, that is like leaning over a book and reading.
Do the
There are
formless
2 doors in this room as well as a hallway.
do the formless creatures look anything like the fungi folk?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
Think more like it's not this, but think more Cthulhu monstery.
Oh. Can I inspect the frescoes to see if there's any like moving parts, or like is the book suspicious? Is the character
absolutely
suspicious?
Yeah, why don't you roll an investigation check for me?
All right. Not all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the paintings are actually carvings as well. They're painted and carved so that they stick out from the wall. or go back, recede into it a little bit. So it makes the whole room very heavily textured. That's what you get with a 9.
Fair enough.
I am gonna prep the spell on the floor.
Cool. So you're casting teleportation circle in. If you could just, for my records, I'm just gonna write in the chat, even though I'm gonna not want to scroll back here. Okay. Room 95 now has a teleportation circle 1 minute later. While Celia is doing this, Tiss and Zerial, what are the two of you looking at, doing, thinking about, exploring?
Is there anything that isn't nailed down?
There's nothing in this room. It's surprisingly vacant. There's 2 doors, and then there's this hallway going north. Looks like there's looks like it opens up deeper there, past that hallway.
And then you said it's a fresco, right? No part of it is like an etching or carving or tile or anything.
All of it is etching and carving. Everything is sort of it's all it's like a 3-dimensional experience, although it's not a very deep one. It's a relief is really what it is, or a frieze. Are you saying you want to search it for like something?
If I forget if oh wow, it's been so long. Our handler from Obscura is interested in etchings, like the leaf kind of etching, where you.
Yeah, you would get paid handsomely for sketching of this or a rubbing. You would get paid.
Rubbing, there we go.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to destroy. He has no interest in having anything destroyed. Obviously, he doesn't want to remove the stones. He's an archaeologist. He's not Indiana Jones. Come on. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take a few rubbings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Roll a religion check.
Ideally, I would like to get one of the formless creatures, one of who I presume to be Akarut.
Mm-hmm.
Any short phrase, anything that's you can add.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm just going to use that to confirm that this is like a holy depiction of Akarut. I'm just going to confirm that this is Akarut as a mortal, though, which is weird. It is before Akarut found undeath or found death and made a pact or something like that. It's from a while ago, so it seems to be implying in this depiction of things that Akarut's relationship with sorry, I'm not used to speaking. Akarut's relationship with Kultix is not one that is intrinsic to Akarut. It may be now, but it's started as some degree of partnership.
Akarut didn't become the Akarut became one with the already existing god of death.
Yeah, that's the implication here.
Interesting.
So interesting question. If I were to cast Alter Self, right, and turn my hand into some sort of like oil monster type goop, would I like run out of hand trying to mark the way back if we were to get lost? Like,
you're worried about getting lost?
Yeah, I think it would be helpful to have like markers of the way back, but like I think like that might be a good idea, but like I'm not sure what the deal is with like the quote unquote regenerative properties of oil based stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know the regenerative properties of oil-based stuff. That seems cool to me, though, so
Cool.
I'll allow it if you want to do that.
Sounds great. So I'm just worried. Like I turn my hand and I start smearing it on the wall, and all of a sudden I run out of hand, and I'm just like, oh.
I mean, how long does alter stuff last?
I think it's up to. Let me just click it.
If it's a minute, then it's not going to work very well.
Oh no, not at all. It's a concentration 1 hour.
Cool. So it's a concentration spell, so it'll fall under the typical rules of concentration. If you lose concentration, your hand will revert to what it is.
Yeah. So,
But
And
you'll have
will
left
the
the
oil
behind. It'll be a little
trail
bit.
vanish?
No. I think the oil trail. I think we'll treat the oil trail like this is a gross metaphor, but we'll treat it like fingernails that you clip off and leave behind you, or something like that. It'll just, there'll still be oil there.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest there is an easier way because I've just used chalk to draw the teleportation circle on the floor. I have chalk. If you want to save the
Is
spell
chalk
slot.
going to be visible though? Like,
Yeah, just draw like a line on the wall.
Okay.
Chalk
That's
is the
good.
classic dungeon explorer's choice for marking where you've been.
Sure, that works. So, and then I do have the spell light, so or cantrip, so I'll cast that so you can see better.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'll cast it on the chalk. Oh, yo,
Good
that's
idea.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
cool.
That's a really cool idea.
That's an awesome idea. I love that.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
You got some glowing chalk.
We have 3 exits from this room. Again, 2 are doored, and 1 is a hallway. The hallway seems to start narrow and open up.
Entirely up to you guys. Choose the one that'll get us killed. Lyra will come back to an entirely new party. How cool is that?
What were the options again?
2 doors and 1 hallway.
Can I'm gonna use a divine sense. You think hallway?
Divine sense on the hallway?
I'm just gonna use it and then.
Oh, yeah. 60 feet. Let's see. So this room is about 100 by 100 feet. So you'll pace around the room as you use it to sort of get a sense of what's beyond.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Let me take
That's a big room.
sense.
Oh, and how are the doors locked too?
Hold on.
Okay.
One of the doors. Pardon me. 96, 90, 160. Ooh, cool. One of the doors, you sense some relatively weak undead, and you sense something that seems to be stronger, but approach and walking towards you. It seems to be moving towards you guys. A stronger undead.
Brilliant.
Great. Oh boy. I'd say
Wonderful.
hide that door. We can get the drop on it before it gets the drop on us.
We could run.
Both great options. What'd you say, Jack? We should go through the other door? Or?
Well, now that we know that there's the undead, we go through the undead one. We just burst in on the other side. We go, we scare it off. Like the big scary adventurers we are.
Does its pace change at all in the time?
Its pace? No.
All right.
How fast is it going?
Towards you, like at a casual canter.
Canter?
Yeah, pace.
Walking a pace.
Okay, so I'll change it slightly. Instead of going we go hello, and if it's friendly, then it won't attack us.
Don't think it's friendly.
If it's not friendly,
undead
we'll find.
Doesn't give off friendly vibes.
Oh, we'll find out.
Neither does Blood Mage, but
yeah. See, you shouldn't judge. Like you're the same deal. You're both maniacally evil and should be eliminated.
Unsure about this plan.
We have met.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's just find out. There's no way that
What's
we.
beyond the other door?
Do
You
you guys
don't
want
sense
to?
any undead from the other door.
I can check really quick if you guys want to be on the other side of the room, and if it's bad, I can shut the door and run.
Well, by the time that it gets here, like it'll be inside the room with the teleportation circle. We want to keep that pristine, right? So we should definitely just go first. I mean, at this point, we just got to go for it because it's closing in on us, and we're not gonna have the time. I don't think.
Okay. We have all of our spell slots and
Yeah,
health,
let's go for
so
it.
might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, if
I'm gonna-
possible, I think we should try to get
Fuck it.
Sorry, say again.
I didn't say sorry. A surprise round if we can, whether that
Yeah.
be by flinging the door open by the time it's close enough.
Exactly. Like that's what we do is like we wait until it's like it doesn't have to be close. It should be a good distance away because of Celia, but like we should definitely like burst open the door as quickly as possible and see if we can surprise it.
I have a question
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
Matt.
Yeah, go for it.
How wide is the hallway?
10 feet.
Bad.
It's a little bit small for be fighting in.
It will be fine.
It'd be 5 feet.
All right. It's a bad idea, but I'm going for it. I'm gonna
Is that not the story of this party?
pretty much. I'm gonna stack up on the door.
Yeah,
That's
let's
the
go.
story of this game.
So,
That's what the game is designed for.
True.
Okay.
all right, you ready, Tess?
Yeah, I'm mirroring.
This is such a bad
mirroring.
idea.
All right.
Exact same thing he's doing on the opposite,
So
or
you guys
no,
are
opposite side of the door, I should say.
Yeah,
okay.
we're stacking
This is-
up.
This is
Perfect.
where you guys want to be. Is this okay?
Yeah.
This broad layout. I want to be clear. The north is the hallway, south and west are the doors on this map that I'm drawing here for you, and west is the door that you sense the undead through.
And then we'll burst through and I'll shout, hello! Just in case it's friendly human. Well, not human, but like dead human. Same thing.
I'd like to hide or obscure myself as much as I can,
Mhm.
around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're behind a stone door right now, so that's not like the most impossible thing.
Can I
Uh,
cast mirror image in advance?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Hold on, I'm just looking for a good.
Death Knight token.
You know,
I'm gonna be mad if I was
what I
right.
search for. I don't have any good Death Knight tokens. Why don't I have any good Death Knight tokens?
Use a squid. Shake things up.
The Death Knight squid. 8 tentacles, 8 swords. Extremely deadly.
See what happens if I search this. Does this work? It does. Let's see. Ooh, that's a great one for later. Cool. No, that's not for this creature though. That's a cool one too.
Eventually, I should do tokens.
You should.
You should, yeah.
Using your tokens. I've got a token for Orcus.
Just in case there are any moose that need munching.
Yeah. This will work.
Ooh.
This is totally not right, but this will work. Okay. Cool. So how far down the hall is your intention for him to be when you fling open the doors?
Like 10, 20
15,
feet?
20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So here. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. You fling open the doors, surprising this creature. You all see a figure you haven't seen in quite some time, but one that is vaguely familiar.
Oh, so the hello works.
One that is vaguely familiar.
Well, it's been since, I think, I don't know, our 4th or 5th session since we last saw this guy. But this
Oh,
is
wow.
a Death Knight that you guys met in a
Oh.
room who told told you not to take any blood magic texts.
Man, it's so sad because like part of me actually genuinely doesn't want to hurt or kill this guy because one, he was nice to us a while ago, and like
We still stole from him.
Tolerant, I think might be nice. I don't know.
I mean, nice is relative in a tomb where everything tries to kill you.
That is valid. That is very true.
So you throw open the doors, surprising him. You'll lose your surprise round if you decide to talk to him.
It's
Yeah, let's talk to him.
yeah, I was gonna say like I almost feel bad like, giving this poor
Well, he
undead
might not
man.
want to kill us. He might just be like, "Oh, hi," and then walk off.
Yeah.
Yeah, best case scenario.
I think I might actually be on bad terms.
Oh shit.
We'll find out, I guess.
I think we did steal from him, didn't we?
I think
And then run away before he could kill us. So
Oh. Well, I don't know this, so we're going. This will be a really interesting revelation for Zerial.
Tis will make themselves seen with their hands up, just for a moment.
And I'm busting in, sword at the ready, shouting, "Hello!"
Who is this one? You're alive. I'm surprised that the tomb has not taken more from you.
It's taken a lot. But he's our new traveling companion.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to find you this deep.
Me too. Actually, I'm surprised to see you this deep. I thought you were bound to the library in some capacity.
I cannot leave the confines of the tomb. Well, I could not leave the confines of the tomb. That all changed recently.
Oh.
are you planning on leaving the tomb?
If my master says I should.
Had we talked about who your master was? Had we asked?
I do not believe you have.
Who is your master?
The one who made me.
Come on.
Riveting.
Who made you?
Who made you?
Well, you see, my mom and my dad, and then it goes back a giant family tree.
I do recall the first time that we had met this individual, I had used my divine sense and felt something on them that was like necromancy, but off. And at the time I didn't get it, but I interpret that as meaning blood magic. So I will ask, did Ovzisha?
He did. Are you familiar with the Great One?
Yeah,
In a matter of
in
speaking.
a sense.
Master to many, that one. Have we what?
Have you come to barter or bargain with him?
Do they have
No.
any good stuff? Like, I don't know if they take coin or like what the deal is with that, but
They take coin.
no.
Does love his coins. Trinkets. There's been an influx lately.
Ooh.
Your mortal friends that raid this tomb come in with pockets stuffed of goods. Ovzisha enjoys this new influx of currency.
Do you have anything that I could get for like, I don't know, 300 gold?
You want to barter with me like a shopkeep?
More so for an extension of your master.
A
This
bit
seems
of
like a
advice
bad idea.
to you. If Ovzisha decides to gift you with something, it is a gift. If you wish something from him, your best bet is to offer supplication and hope that he favors you.
Oh. You know what? Yeah, sure. I mean, I got gold to spare, so I'm gonna give 300 gold. to.
Hmm?
not give this to me.
Oh, okay.
Offer
Where?
it to a dragon, not to the servant of a dragon.
Oh, okay.
I think finding the dragon and giving him 300 gold is a bad idea. Personally.
Yeah, he looks at you in like surprise. Did you? It was not your intent to find Dovzishra?
I mean, not
You know,
necessarily
intent is a
yet.
funny thing.
Then why
In
are
the
you?
case of, I don't ever really know what I'm doing. So, yeah, but also no.
Then why are you in his inner sanctum?
Oh,
Good question.
okay. Yeah,
Good question.
that's
Don't
something.
know.
We didn't know this is an inner sanctum, but it's great that the surprisingly empty room led to the inner sanctum of Ozisha. Would you happen to know a way out?
Of course.
We've confused him.
How did
Okay.
you get here?
Confused me. Confused everything. I'm confused.
Yeah, we teleported. So you know what? We should probably say hi to your master, Ozisha. I'll drop off the coin, and then we'll just be on our way out. Do you know where the dragon is?
Points to the other door.
Okay.
How? Tis is laughing in character. How far down that path do we have to go to get there? How long would we have to travel that?
Yeah, let's check. Let's see. Down the hallway, about 200 feet, you'd find something called room 86. Let's check room 86 for me. Pardon me.
And we should probably refrain from using the chalk in the walls for now.
Wait, this is Ozisha's inner sanctum?
Yeah.
What? That's so odd. Like what does Ozisha care for Akarut's exploit?
Oh, yeah, that was actually a good point. But
Ozisha cares nothing about Akarut's exploits anymore.
Anymore?
well, and before gay lovers, call it.
I mean,
I honestly had that thought too. Like, are they like exes?
How much history do you know, little
I know.
lizard?
Is it fair to call it history? Because this is stuff that people from my country don't even know about, and people from this country, for that matter, it's been lost to time.
Do you drink or eat?
Frequently.
Would you like to sit while I tell you a brief version of this tale? I have this. And he opens his cloak, and you see inside the cloak that as he opens it, you see several scrolls are stuffed into pockets sticking out, but on the side you see a bottle. And he pulls it out, and with a flourish pops it open. He offers it to you, Tis.
I'll take a swig.
It is very good. It is incredibly good. It
Yeah,
is
corpse wine.
literally nectar from another world.
Fermented nectar from another world?
Mm-hmm. Fermented nectar from another world, yes.
That's quite good.
You can pass it around.
I pass it to Zerial.
I'm gonna look at it and then I'm gonna like hold like take like a vial, like a cup, and then drink half and then store the other half.
Yeah, absolutely. Akarut was a bookish sort. He was interested in understanding things. He was accused of being weak in his own time by many, by all sorts. There was a war going on, and they thought we needed a powerful leader, not this bookish type. But in those books, Akarut found magic and power and secrets, hidden things, lost things, and ways to communicate. He disappeared for 6 months. No one knew where. And when he returned, he found 3. These 3 were his most loyal followers. People that he felt could help him. One of them, a powerful, powerful, powerful necromancer known as Thoxis. Another, a brilliant mind inventing new magics, the dragon known as Ovzishra. And the third, Darkon, the traitor. Darkon was meeting in secret with the enemies. Darkon was attempting to find a way for himself to survive and for everyone else to fall before him. The enemies offered this to him if he would but kill Akarut. And so he did. But Akarut had delved further into the secrets of the age than anyone. And so killing did not stop him. He returned more powerful than ever. And so Akarut, in his power and wisdom, led and saved Prion. Thoxis, in a desire to emulate his master, killed himself and re-rose himself as a lich, extending his life unnaturally. But he was only ever a pale imitation of Akarut. But we were bound to him. Everyone who worked for him was bound to him. And when the people overthrew him, he could not bring himself to hurt them. They did not trust him because of what he had done, and who he had been, and what he had seen. And so they built this place. They filled it with their magic and toys designed to corrupt. And they sealed Akarut within, and those that were bound to him were sealed as well.
You mean to say that everything bound down here is bound to Toxis and Ovzishra and Osthos, or not Osthos, the other one.
Many things were created down here. Things that are created, unless they have bound themselves, are free. Ovzishra certainly is still bound. Thoxis is still bound. The other one was created here. They are a creature of the tomb. They were created as a result of Ovzishra's experiments, but broke free. It's the tricky thing with blood magic.
Um, back to my first question. Uh, how how long would we have to travel to get to Ozishra if we went down that path?
About a 6-minute walk.
Just kind of looks at the other three, very vacantly, very clearly afraid.
I kind of want to give the dragon some gold. Not gonna lie. Like, I mean, yeah, there is a massive fear factor here, but I mean, you said they're blood magic, and that's well, I'm not gonna say it out loud actually, because you know, I don't want to out Celia just yet, but like, yeah, no, I feel like she might have some useful trinkets for us if she does decide to quote unquote gift us and not absolutely kill us. And worst comes to worst, like we just Scooby Doo our way back.
I don't know if we really could though. Your culture has dragon myths, right?
Me or Matt?
Yeah. Zerial. Just to
Oh,
Zerial. Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, like there have been dragons that have existed. I mean, if I guess I'm going on Witcher lore, there's like definitely dragons.
Well, dragons were exiled from the world over 6,000 years ago. So
Where's Zerial from? The elf place, the Foxfolk elf place.
yeah, Sunera.
Era.
Yep. So yeah, you'd have myths about dragons. They'd be, you know, dragons are a little bit like they are in this world, which is funny to say.
Yeah, like considering that, like you know, I've never seen one. It's good to actually just get a view of one. I don't know. Have you guys seen the dragon yet?
Not that I can.
Oh heck yeah! Yeah, we're absolutely good. It's a fun adventure. We're just going and we're seeing a giant dragon.
They're
Like,
supposed to be able to. Okay, so this is myth, but they're supposed to be able to reduce you to bone in a matter of seconds.
probably, but like, how many other things has two have been able to do that too?
In a
Like,
matter of.
right?
That's a good point.
And like, we're not great off, but I mean, I feel like coming with a little bit of gold will at least let us leave with our lives.
Death Knight. Um, do you have a name?
Alak.
I am just
Oh,
pleased
that
to
makes
make your acquaintance.
Zelia, and that makes you Zerial. Yes, the creatures speak of you,
Which creatures?
the denizens of the tomb, of course.
Ooh,
Um,
They
good
speak
things
of
or
us
bad
positively.
things?
Depends on the creature.
Did they tell you I was handsome?
They told me you slew a witch.
Yes.
Is that a good thing?
Depends on your perspective.
Is that a good thing to you?
I'm more or less indifferent.
I am.
He was
Okay.
paying tithe to the other one, so allies of the other one are less likely to be positive feeling towards that.
Who is the other one now?
The other,
He's just known as the other one.
the one that you,
Oh, okay.
the one that you took a mission from.
The Demigorgon. Demagorgon.
Oh, okay. That's
traitor,
that's
he betrayed Ozishra.
oof.
Oh,
Good
shit.
good thing nobody here works for him. All right. Uh, let, let us move on.
Are we going to see the dragon?
No.
I want to see the dragon. You can stay here, but I'm dropping off this gold.
We can't. I should have said that was my other condition. We don't split up, but that might go without saying. Alec, is Ozishra a reasoning, a being of
Friendly.
pragmatism?
They like gold. How bad could they be?
That's
brilliant, an inventor of magic. Do you know how difficult it is to invent not just magic, but an entire school of magic that no one before had ever discovered? It was so powerful and so threatening to the world that they sealed him in a tomb. Yes, he is intelligent.
They the type of being to leverage that power and intelligence against others.
His interests are in the accumulation of wealth and the discovery of secrets.
Heck yeah, I'm down for that.
I'm not saying
We
he-
have any secrets that we can offer him?
Oh, that is actually a very good point. I don't think secrets like I wet the bed until 5 counts, but like
It might. Who knows?
I mean, it is knowledge if we're going like that.
I think there's some knowledge better left unexplored. I think that's where the wisdom comes in to know the difference. That is a good point. But either way, we should talk to her or him. I keep thinking the dragon's a her for some reason.
May have been originally.
Yeah.
I do not want to talk to Ojushra. Selya is scared of Ojushra.
I mean, to be fair,
This
they
is
might be
such
honored.
a bad idea.
You're
Oh
a
my
pupil.
god.
You're a pupil in their magic. They might
That's
be
not a
honored.
good thing. They're
Like,
gonna kill.
Okay, but if I found a student just haphazardly like stumbling their way through like all of the cool stuff that I had done, like I would be pretty flattered, to be honest.
Yeah, but what if they don't like what I've done with their magic?
Oh,
They-
What
they'll
if they
like
take it off me?
There's only one way to know. And worst comes to
This is
worst,
dangerous.
worst comes to worst, we try to kill it and end up dying as a party. Like, like the good Lord intended.
Which lord? What lord?
Fucking Toxis, but that's not the point. Like,
Such a bad idea, oh my god.
it is a horrible idea. We're popping up from the inner
Horrible.
sanctum too.
I'm gonna invoke the right of having made a plan and say that our plan was to come down here and come back. I think, right? Is that what we said?
That's true.
The plan was to come down here. We have come down here. We can go now.
I agree. I think.
Oh, that hurts.
I think once we're back up, we can make
We
a
can
plan.
come back later.
No,
Right.
we're not
When
planning
we
on
have
killing it. We're
secrets to
planning
give.
on talking to it, and we have gold. We don't need to give secrets. How much gold do you guys have?
All 50.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold. I'm dropping 300 on this. Like, we're literally here to give an offering. There's no way that they'd be upset. Like, what have we done to fuck over them?
Oh wait, actually, I thought of a good middle ground.
Uh-huh.
Alec, are you on your way to see Ozisha now?
I return from a quest my master sent me on, yes.
So this could be beneficial.
Can we?
We could leave, right? But it doesn't require. We don't have to leave this room or deviate from the plan to give gold to Alec here now as tidings thing to give to Avzishra himself.
I feel like it's rent.
If you give it to me, I will take credit for the offering.
Wait, why?
I'm not letting them take credit for the offering. I'm offering it myself.
Why would you take?
See? I'm telling you.
Fine.
Yeah! That's a begrudging yes.
Okay, well I
I
can't.
don't want to. I'm gonna offer 1,000. I have 1,000.
Cool.
I have more than that actually. I can comfortably offer 1,000.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like if we find out that we don't actually like them and we're stronger later, this is an investment. We'll come back and collect it later.
I feel like
That's true. If you
he's
give
gonna.
this dragon gold and then
Yeah,
and then
and then
kill
we
the
kill
dragon
it
much
later.
later, that gold will be added to the pile. It's true.
See, like this is simply us depositing it in a big secure vault, like for later. Like it's basically just guarded bank storage that we can't take out of, like a retirement plan. That's exactly what it is. It's our adventuring retirement
It's a
plan.
401.
Yeah, it's a
Like if you need
401k.
to do a potentially lethal battle to get your pension, it's not a good pension plan. But okay.
I mean, that sounds like a great pension plan to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there is no better thing to keep you from taking away your thing than like putting a dragon to guard it until it's time. Like, come on now.
That is fair.
I mean, you're saying until it's time, like it's gonna ever give it back
Oh, it's
without us
gonna-
killing it.
Well, there you go. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Anyway, I feel like my issue here is we're gonna get to the dragon and we're gonna offer it however much, like 2,000 altogether or whatever, and then it's gonna look at it and be like, "That's 2 pence to me."
It's gonna be
How
two
dare
pence
you
to
do
it.
this?
It might be, but it's
No,
Yeah.
it definitely will be. We saw how much treasure
Like
it
it's
had
gonna
in there.
be insulting
Oh,
the
we'll
little
be
amount that we
fine.
give.
You guys worry too much. Let's just.
I do
go
worry
for
too
it.
much. That's
This
like
is
half my
the-
personality.
I'm going for it with my 300 gold, significantly less than both of them. I am here to give my offerings.
But I guess I'm outvoted.
I mean, really don't want to go, but here we are. Let's go. Fuck it.
Hey, you might find some cool stuff.
Might die. Okay.
I mean, you know, it's a trade-off.
Okay, I am not saying this lightly. This is the worst plan you have ever had.
Oh, please. Are you telling me I have bad plans?
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Have I ever led anybody in this group into astray or into danger?
Just your own characters.
I'm just gonna casually write down this long list. It's gonna take me about 4 hours.
But we're here, most of us, and it's been fun for the most part.
Okay, I'm blessing us.
Oh, baby, we might need it.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Would you feel more comfortable if I accompanied you?
Yes.
That would be lovely.
Very well. Though know this, when you speak to Ovzishra, you speak for yourself. I will not be aiding you. I work for Ovzishra.
Sounds like a plan. Are you ready, student of blood magic?
Don't say that in front of us, sure.
Why not? Have you been studying the art? Did you steal the texts that I told you not to steal?
She didn't steal anything. She just kind of learned it on her own.
He looks at you, Celia. You did not think my warning sincere.
What warning was that?
That studying blood magic had high costs.
Starting to realize that. Did not think of the consequences.
Like many beings, you see the power, and you went for it without realizing the cost.
I'm just gonna, like, Celia does not agree, but she's not gonna say that. She's just gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, Tis is in the same place actually, because the costs haven't been that bad.
Well, what exactly is the
I mean, so
cost?
far.
No. Yeah, because
So
I
far,
don't think
right?
this man, this wrinkly dead man, probably knows like a little bit more about it than we do at this point. So,
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
what are the?
You know, I'd allow an insight check from either Celia or Tis here.
Yeah, I'll do it.
man,
Oh,
man, we
no.
really have it. Lyra may be gone, but she is
Ooh,
forever in our hearts.
I'm a halfling.
You're
Can I
halfling.
use
You can reroll
halfling?
that one.
A lizard folk with poor.
Yeah, no worries.
I can't believe our rolls
Yeah,
today.
I mean, just to be clear, there's no way you would have realized or known this at the first time. But as Tis pointed out at the beginning of this conversation, this is a person that was like made via blood magic. When they're talking about the costs of blood magic, they're talking about their own life, their own suffering.
Oh. So
As
the
in,
cost
like,
is only for others. Hooray!
And like literally, like he's been given immortal life with blood magic, and he kind of wishes he wasn't alive.
Hooray!
okay.
Happy endings all around.
Well, I'm not planning on making any servants, so I mean that's a good
Yeah,
a good thing.
yeah, totally fair. I'm just like that's what he's talking about. So
Cool.
I'm just gonna let him think what he thinks. I don't think I can change his mind at this point
Yeah, sure.
anyway. So
I mean, he's been locked in his ways for several thousand years.
Let's
yeah.
go say hi to a dragon.
Oh,
Nothing
God.
could go wrong.
I'm gonna try to
I
remain
wish I had
positive.
this kind of confidence that you seem to have, just in general, in real life.
Oh, there is a fine borderline between confidence and stupidity, and I
Hubris.
teeter-totter that like a gymnast. I can do flips on the line between there, like so.
Piss, you were saying?
I was saying I'm gonna try to stay positive about this.
Mhm.
We're seeing a mythical creature. That's like seeing a unicorn.
Yeah.
Unicorns exist in the woods, or at least they used to.
So you're telling me they don't just duct tape a horn to a horse?
Not typically.
Interesting. I wonder what its blood does.
Who's?
Alchemically, unicorn's blood. I know, like, there's Harry Potter stuff, but I forget what it does.
You'll have to find out. In this world,
We're hunting a unicorn next session, guys.
This is something that happened in another campaign, but it's a truth serum, isn't it?
yeah, frequently that's a common interpretation. There's no actual rules for it.
Is that common enough to have been heard about by me, by Tis? Because it's a Celestian thing, right?
Yeah, Chelestrin and Sunarin.
Yeah, this will say
Oh,
that,
two
right?
of you.
Uh,
Yeah.
Truth serum.
Okay, this is really messed up, but like, I was thinking, like, what if there was a creature that, like, it was rare because its blood was highly volatile and was explosive at the slightest disturbance.
Oh,
like, it worked
is
fine
really
with the
dark.
creature, but like it gets cut once by an arrow and it just explodes.
Like rabbits, but with a blast radius.
Yeah, and like that would be the most interesting creature to try to find, and especially to try to capture because you just don't know when it's just gonna like pop.
That's morbid. Kind of in like it's funny though in like a splatterpunk like.
That sounds like something that someone would genetically create just because they wanted a weapon that can walk. That
Yeah.
sounds sad.
So Alak, the pseudo undead, stands up and takes a swig
All right.
and passes the bottle around one more time, and then walks to the door, places a hand upon it, and the door opens. You see a hallway there.
Will we be able to get out without your assistance?
if you flee and my master turns up on the defenses, you may find yourself a little trapped.
Oh, that's not bad. Nothing bad could
He
happen
just
with that.
turns and starts walking down the hall.
Let's go, everybody. I don't know why you guys think this is a bad idea. There's only traps and dragons and a death knight.
The Death Knight walks down the hall, and then the hall curves around to the left. The walls here are bare, but they have paintings on them. They're they're not friezes. They don't have dimension to them, but they have paintings of arms and hands, all sorts of species. Dragonborn, lizard folk, human, elven, halfling, dwarf, goblin, all sorts of species. Just pictures of their arms painted upon the walls.
Is the meat
Huh?
Aaron? You said painted.
Painted, yeah.
Yeah.
Ink, colorful inks.
I know exactly. Well, I can guess what that does. That's interesting.
And the Alok keeps walking, and he gets the curve stops, and you and goes straight for just another minute. He takes a sharp right turn, and then looks at some double doors, and looks upon you and says, "Prepare yourself." He opens the double doors, shouting, "Master, I have returned, and I bring guests." Angry obsidian eyes sit deep within the creature's rounded skull, which gives the creature a fierce-looking appearance. Two small, dark crystal growths sit atop its head, just above its enormous, curved ears. Several rows of small horns run down the side of each of its jawlines. Its nose is round and has two long, rounded nostrils, and there's a tendril upon its chin. Several sharp teeth poke out from the side of its mouth and reveal only a fraction of the terror hiding inside. The creature pulls its long neck from a book that it seems to be delicately reading, held up by its tail, and it turns towards you all. And a wide grin. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Yay! Nothing bad could happen.
I don't think we've ever had a worse idea.
Are we out? Okay, cool.
We have had some bad ideas, but this really takes the cake.
You know, I want to jump in for just a second here and say, like, there's an element of truth. Yes, this is a bad idea, but on the other hand, I do also want to say that, like, the game is sort of built on people having bad ideas and doing them. Like, that's where the game is. If you only ever have good ideas, then like the game. If you only ever have good ideas, then the game becomes very like. Inherently, it's a bad idea to enter a tomb. Like a dungeon crawl is a bad idea. The game is built on bad ideas. So I get like what you're saying. It's absolutely true. Meeting a dragon is a bad idea. But like that's all D&D is bad ideas and harrowing escapes. That's what I want to say. So I'll be back after.
Nothing better than to die in glory.
Exactly.
It's just like usually our bad ideas have like a good reward coming because we've entered the tomb, we're gonna get money, and
Now
because
we've
we've defeated this person, we can now cross into the room and get more money. But this idea specifically is just a bit too much risk for literally no reward.
No. It's like a loot box. There's the possibility of a reward.
This is gambling, but with our lives.
Yes. Oh, how I love it.
I hate it. Hate it. so stressed.
Well, you think meeting an ancient black dragon? Well, good thing none of us work for the person that betrayed them. Yeah, like I mean, if any of us were to happen to like be aligned with or work with the Demogorgon, that would suck. Like, oh, oh damn. How,
Oh
how
god.
bad would that be if they found out that their mortal enemy had sent one of their servants directly into their lair, along with an inexperienced novice scholar making an effective mockery of their life's work, and a holy too good paladin who worships a different god that may have betrayed them in the past? Nothing terrible about that.
Such a bad idea. Oh my god. Never had a worse plan. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? He kind of reminds me of like the scary librarian.
Was the librarian scary? I thought they weren't.
Oh my fucking god. My school librarian was
Oh, okay, yours.
the
I thought I thought they were talking about the library at the temple, and I was like, I don't remember them being scary.
Oh, right, no.
Yeah,
I'm talking like in general, scary librarians.
I feel that.
But also I'm thinking specifically of Miss Morris, the absolute demon lady. Fuck that lady. Oh my god.
Mm,
She used to stand on tables and yell at children for being too loud.
damn. I mean,
Mm.
I fucking hate kids, but that's a little bit too far. Like,
If you don't like kids, don't work in a school. Don't understand. She was so stressful. Oh my god. Like, if you walked into the library and didn't say hello to her, she would like come up to you and like stare you down and be like, "Excuse me,"
yeah.
and then like wait for a response. She was just really unnecessarily scary.
You know, if divorced twice and smells of cigarettes had like a person, that sounds like a like,
She was just also weird, like just weird. Like she started wearing her bike helmet around school. Like she used to bike to school, but then she just wouldn't take off her helmet and she just wear it around all day in the building.
I mean,
Because
hey,
why not?
you never know when your head might get a bump. Like,
You never know. I mean, if you're regularly climbing on the table to shout at people, I suppose it's a good safety measure.
man, I thought the American education system was kind of fucked. That's a little bit special.
And my school was just all kinds of fucked.
Oh man, nothing can go wrong. Are you excited to see like here?
No.
Let's all roll 3d6 or 4d6 and take the highest. Like we're gonna do that like eight
Why?
times. Like oh nothing. We just need stats for our new characters. Like
Considering this is how our luck is going right now, I'm really not
oh
feeling
damn. All
great
right,
about this encounter.
watch this. Remember how I called it last time? This is another nat one. Oh damn. Unfortunate. That was insane when I called it that one time though. Like that was extra fucking special.
It's gonna be a nat one. Nat one. Two. Brilliant.
No,
Brilliant.
you don't even get it at one.
Brilliant. Absolutely fucking fantastic. I don't know what that voice was. I'm just stressed.
Oh why are you stressed? It's only the character that you've been with for like how many years now? Like that might just instantly die to a fucking giant fiery dragon.
The fact that if this goes wrong, I'll be like, I fucking told you.
Oh, and you know what?
I
will
knew we
never
shouldn't have
hear
done
the end
this.
of it, and that's beautiful.
Genuinely, you will never hear the end of it. Ever. I'll come back in 10 years and be like, hey, fuck that.
You remember the dragon bitch? That's great.
In completely irrelevant news, look what I made a couple days ago.
Hold on. Oh my god, that's adorable. It's so fat. I love it.
Notebook cover.
Oh, yo. Oh, wait, is it 3D? Like, hold it sideways. I want to see the width of it. Oh, no, it's just... Okay, yeah, it's just a snug. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought,
it's just
like,
around my notebook.
yeah, it was popping out. I was thinking that it was, like, had, like, a little glass case or something. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, I got these panels free from work. And I was just like, you know what would be really fun? Notebook covers. So,
that is awesome.
yeah. That's the only sewing I've done in so fucking long.
My sketchbooks look beat to shit. Like the life cycle of my sketchbook makes them look like mummified remains of what a normal book should look like.
Despite never having watched Star Wars, I made a Star Wars pencil case.
Yeah, well, that's cool as shit.
Yeah. It's
super
the fabric also from work. But I really liked the fabric, even though I've never watched Star Wars. So
yeah, it's a cool fabric.
yeah, I thought it was cool. There was also like one that was kind of similar, but it had the Millennium Falcon on it. Not that I know what that is. And it was like metallic. It was really cool.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna lay down for like 30 seconds because I'm just feeling it so special today. Ugh. So I may not be talking, but I will be listening.
That's a mood. I woke up at like 4:45 this morning.
Yeah, I'm well rested. I'm just like sick.
Fun. I'm also ill.
It's not even like anything that can be like pinpointed. Like you ever just have like that's the worst
General sickness. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, because like you can't really like
yeah, I just feel generally shit.
Yeah. Well, like I got like fluid in my lungs, and I got like fucking just low energy, really dizzy. Like there's just lots of stuff that kind of sucks, and I think it's related to food. Like I think it's just because I fucking chowed down on a shit ton of McDonald's, and it was a divine punishment for it.
I mean, it probably doesn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mood. Every time I turn the camera off, it's because I'm walking around because I can't sit still. I'm also just exhausted.
Yeah, it helps me not use camera because like I am too mobile. Well, not mobile.
I'm too expressive to not use the camera because like most of my communication is my face. So yeah. Even though I hate my face, I'm still using it.
Oh, you're fine. We're all beautiful individuals.
I like your face.
Yeah, I like your face too.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I am not feeling great about my face because someone at work looked at me this morning and just went, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And she just goes, "Did you fall over or something?" And I'm like, "I mean, yes, but why?" And she just goes, "You look like you've been punched in the face." I was like, Thanks.
Yo, did you fucking get dropped down the stairs when you were little? Holy shit, what the fuck is up with your face? I'm sorry, just normal coworker talk.
Thanks,
Like,
Dawn. Really needed that this morning. Okay.
yeah. By the
But
way,
yeah, I did look very tired, so.
oh yeah, there it is. Like coworkers will always be happy to tell you you look like shit, and that is the wholesome appreciation that I have for coworkers.
Also today, I got told I am a walking disaster, which is
What?
a mood. But
Okay,
yeah.
context. Like context is important because like
I'm just a walking disaster. I mean, they're not wrong, to be fair. They were just like, why are you so clumsy? You're just a walking disaster. I was just like, yes, I am. Thank
yeah,
you for that.
I feel like that's past the point of joking to be funny and in good humor and good taste. Like that's not. I know they
It's
were.
great fun.
It was because I can't fucking yeah. But yeah, no, like that's fucked up.
Mm.
Well, even if it is, it's thing. I feel like even legitimate criticisms and compliments, which that is neither, like should be taken with a sense of humor. And like I feel like one that is humorless, and two, it's not really like a valid deal. So like
It was
I don't
valid,
know.
to be fair.
Well, nah, because like
But it wasn't very, it
if,
wasn't funny. No.
if you fuck
They
shit
were
up,
just telling me that I was a walking disaster, and I was like, yeah, fair enough.
yeah, well, people fuck shit up all the time, and like that's not a valid. Like,
I have a reputation for it, though.
yeah, I don't know. That's lame on their part. I don't think. I don't think you
Yeah, I
have
don't
to
think,
excuse their behavior
like,
in any way.
I don't think elderly ladies are particularly known for their subtlety.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. So yeah. Nah, old people are just assholes. Most of the time.
Old people. But I'm kind of grateful that we do put up with it from old people because I'm certain that like at some point I'm gonna be an old person, assuming I don't die, and so like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I'm saying there's.
I hope you will someday be an old person.
Like I'm
I hope
making
so
it
too,
to
Emily.
70, but
That seems
not past
statistically
that.
likely for me.
Like I'm 100% not making it past 70. But like before that, I'm gonna be fucking rocking it. So
My fashion idol is Gandalf the Grey, so I need to get to that point.
man, you set your standards very differently than I do. Mine's George Clooney. Like
Gandalf the fucking Grey, man.
nah,
Come on.
George
Clooney. I'm
everything.
not that cute now, okay?
Yeah, well, no,
Let alone in 30 years.
see, that's the thing though, right? For every age up until like basically like extraordinary old man age, right? And then it's like probably Clint Eastwood because like that man is rocking the old racist attire and like I mean based on Gran Torino, of course. He's a lovely gentleman, I'm assuming otherwise, but like that's what I'm saying is like I want to be the old angry man. So that's
Well, speaking of old angry people,
oh yeah.
shall we get back to it?
What's a segue?
Just thought I was good.
Are you excited to meet your magic maker?
Always. Same kind of excited I am to call someone and be like, yeah, your entire order is fucked. How are you? It's gonna be great.
Nothing bad could possibly happen from this. I don't see any downsides.
Every time you say that, my sense
Getting
of dread gets
downside.
worse. Because every time you say that, I feel like Matt's thinking, right, how can I make this work?
That's not. I never think like that. That's not a healthy DM attitude. You do, I'm I'm definitely adversarial. I'm just like an adversarial DM just wins. The trick is that I'm not adversarial. The characters are adversarial. That's the distinction you have to make. No, I'm pretty much only adversarial. I just restrict my power to the power that the characters in the game have.
I just think this is one
I
of the
think the
most
illusion
powerful
of
characters
like
we've got
having a
so far.
not having an adversarial DM is bullshit. It's like the truth. No, this is what an adversarial DM feels like. I am constantly your adversary. I just happen to play like 30. Hmm?
I mean, that's the point, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to create conflict.
Yeah, everyone has their own goals and dreams and things that they want to achieve and get. Um, Bealdor certainly does too. You haven't gone against Bealdor, which is why you're not fighting him. You know, Bealdor. I think that the word adversarial needs to be understood better. But the truth of the matter, the problem with an adversarial DM in Dungeons and Dragons is because the DM has endless power. It's not that playing an adversarial RPG is bad. It's that the DM can just kill you. If I want you to die, I can do it. It is easy. It is trivial. It is lame. No, I think it is true. I mean, I if you were not giving, I mean, Bealder was mad at you guys. You may not remember this. This was more minor, but like he was annoyed that you guys weren't bringing him research. The characters all have what they want and what they believe in. If you happen to be going along with what they want and what they believe in, then they're not working against you. Um,
And
Adius
as
isn't
the
working against you if you're getting things for him. He is if you are.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, fair enough. If you, I mean, I am always adversarial, but the characters are not all. I guess like again, the game is designed in such a way that you guys, if you wanted to, if you were intrigued by this possibility, you guys could just go join Akarut and join his undead army, become generals for him, work for him. I mean, you know, Peleus, obviously, like I did not think you were going to go that path, but Peleus offered you that. That was not a fake offer. If you did that, that would be the game then. So you know, if you went and joined Akarut, you would be, you know, like you could try and take over the world, you know, and suddenly a lot of the people who you think of as good guys might go against you, you know. So it's to me, it's a matter of, and I want the characters to have things that they want. The NPCs have things that they want to accomplish and things that they want to do, things that they fight for, and so from that perspective, like they are interested in their own goals. Yeah, I
Not
think that
working with.
I mean, the thing is, like, the term is adversarial DM, and like, the advice is don't be an adversarial DM, and the reason they give that advice is because DMs have limitless power, so I can just like get rid of you. That's not true in all RPGs, obviously. In a lot of RPGs, I don't have limitless power, and so like, there's that issue doesn't even come up there, which is an interesting thing to note. And fundamentally, like I have limitless power. I can, if I wanted, I can arrange for things to be easy, medium, or hard for you at any stage of the game. And so, like, if I want you to win, I can just have you win. But that isn't fun to me, right? That's just me writing a narrative and saying you win barely. I want you to actually win. So I create everything in advance and like use the rules in advance so that when you guys are playing the game, you know, you pick your challenges and you pick what you do, and then like everything falls into place for you guys. It's like it's you guys doing it. Um, you know, because everyone has beliefs about what they want to accomplish, because all the enemies do, and all the allies do. If you change what you want to accomplish, they can reevaluate how they relate to you. You could have become friends. I'm not saying it's like easy, but you certainly could have become friends with Hubert Songshore. So I don't know. Take that for what you will. I mean, yeah. I think, like, again, you guys end up working with various people because your goals align with them broadly. You know, Bealdor is a perfect example. Um, Bealdor is 100% not your enemy right now. Yeah, yeah, there's Um, I mean, what I have is a character sheet for Bealdor that is like it's my own character sheet about what Bealdor wants and what he does. And if I'm ever confused, I refer to it and see like what does he want. And I've had to sometimes. Sometimes you'll offer him something, and I'll be like, "Oh, I don't know how he'll react to that." So I pull up his character sheet and I look at his character sheet. I'm like, and then like it sort of clarifies. Oh, that's how he'd react to that. So yes, I guess is the answer. Just how I think about things, though. Yeah. Yeah. And as you build a friendship with people, it's possible that they'll acquiesce on some of their desires and supplant them with some of yours. You know, if you develop a strong alliance with someone, like you really have with Bealdor, like he now trusts you guys a lot. It would take a lot to break that trust. So yeah, I mean, I think Bealdor is very excited by your union that you founded. He really sees that as a good thing. So yeah, yeah. Jack,
Sorry, I was listening to a thing. What?
we're gonna get back to it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, perfect. So I am ready.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'd like to take a moment here at the top of the second part of the show to recommend that you, yes, you, look around at your life and think about who you can affect in a positive way, what you can change for the better. We can't always do everything we want to do. Sometimes things are too big for us, but on some level, there's something that you can do today to make a difference for someone, to help someone, to look for someone who is less well off than you, whatever that means from your perspective, and find a way to help them. I think it's one of the pure moral goods in the world to do so. So look for someone today to help. As always, I also like to take a moment to recommend that we've got other shows on this channel. This is our classic old schooly dungeon crawly typey thingy. A lot of fun, digging it. But if you want sort of a high politics game with high magic to go with it, wow, some high magic, some crazy stuff. Check out our Thursday evening shows starting 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. The assassination of Primarch Magley Black Eyes. Yes, we've got a political intrigue about a fascist dictator who needs some assassinating, and we are working on doing that. Also, on our Sunday show, The Chosen Few, we've got people who are fleeing from Chalestra and heading to Prine. So they're going from guest stars in one show to guest stars in another show. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. All good things. Nonetheless, um, yeah, those are other shows, so please come check them out. So there's a dragon. This is the first time any of you have ever seen a dragon. It is huge. It is massive. It is almost calcified. Its scales are dark and like curved on one side, but then have two flat sides coming to a sharp point and overlapping on top of each other. Each one is pitch black on one side and sort of fades to this gray. There are calcified parts of it. It almost feels like it's a rock itself. And it looks at you all. And as our undead looks and says, Master, I have returned, and I have guests. Obzisha turns their head and looks at you and says, Guests, is it? Welcome to my domain. You were so distracted by the appearance of the dragon that you failed to notice that literally scattered around the room is thousands upon thousands of gold items in various positions, many different types of trinkets, works of art, statues clearly from the tomb or from elsewhere, paintings, all sorts of beautiful, beautiful work. And it's scattered about the room in a chaotic sense, but on one side, near the book that the dragon was reading, holding it with its tail, there is a very large set of tables with all sorts of devices upon it, liquids, oozes, potions, unctions, all sorts of interesting little things at this massive and reasonably well stocked alchemy table.
Ooh. That's my type of deal right there.
This is dumping 250 G before, if I could have, before taking in the room.
Yeah, absolutely. 250 gold pieces lands on the floor. An offering?
A gift.
The tail just comes around without the rest of the body moving and sweeps the offering into a pile of gold. You lose track of it immediately among the rest of it.
I'm gonna add my 1,000.
Dragon nods and looks at Zuriel.
I'm going to drop my 300, but I'm also going to say, and I have the possibility of another gift, perhaps. I am somewhat skilled in alchemy. I have known my way around alchemical elements. If there's any way that I could help further your research, I will gladly do so for the sake of my own.
An alchemist, are you?
Tinker and inventor of things.
I knew an alchemist once. He betrayed me.
That is extraordinarily unfortunate. I apologize on their behalf.
What is wrong with your arm, lizard folk?
Wrong?
There is something there, obscured, like a smudge in my vision.
I examined my arms.
Yeah, he's pointing at your magic item.
Oh, well, actually, this is an enhancement. One that was crafted quite masterfully by Zuriel here.
Hi, how are you?
Might I see this trinket for but a moment?
Of course. Tis will take it off and
Two dragon claws come towards you. The nails on these claws are about the size of your face. And just carefully pluck this armband from you, bring it up close to the dragon. It squints at it and pulls it back and sort of looks. You made this, elf?
It was more luck than it was skill, but yes.
Still, impressive work.
Thank you.
The dragon carefully returns it to you, Tis, holding it before your face.
I put it back on.
And what of you, acolyte of mine?
Hello.
How do you find this power that I created, this invention of mine?
Useful.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And still we have not tested the limits of it. Still there is more magic to uncover.
There's always more knowledge to learn.
Spoken well. Well spoken. Elf, you wish to offer me something?
Knowledge. Anything of mine that you particularly want to know or to learn that I may know is a gift to you.
You see the tail swish just a little bit, and it moves some gold and junk and magic items and items to the side, and it sort of clears a path past the dragon to the alchemy table.
Oh boy. I'll go over and see if I can inspect it.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
True.
Whew, spicy.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think like this alchemy table is like really well made and it's a perfect working environment. But one thing that you notice is that there's actually a lot of substances that you would think of as sort of basic substances that are absent from this table. And with a nat 20 on your investigation check, I think what I'd say is that like um, a lot of the resources that you're just used to having above ground, um, they are probably not as readily available here. There's resource shortages in this place. It's not an endless amount of things. Things like wolfsbane or powdered moon dust, that sort of thing. It's not even that like he's got fancy stuff there, but but like a lot of sort of the basic stuff is kind of missing.
I see that you could probably use a readily available supply from the surface.
I could.
Okay. When I do I have any of that on me actually?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll actually because I can restock my supplies at the surface because we're going there at some point anyways. Because Tis has stuff that he needs to do up there, so I'll simply but I'll avoid opening the alchemist's box, like the actual box of elements.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to specifically avoid that. But like for my normal alchemist box, I'll take like out the ingredients that they might be missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So replace them.
An excellent gift.
Thank you.
Now tell me, is this why you all came? You came to deposit gold and gifts upon me?
We came here by chance.
Already unsatiable greed.
I mean, it is what you make it. I am no stranger to greed and the workings of men and creatures alike. So, a sign of intelligence is the use of power and knowledge, and part of that is through coin.
Part of that is through coin. You speak well, but you tell me nothing.
Specifically, we came here on accident. We were seeking an adventure lower in the tomb, things to fight, things to destroy, um, ways to test out the limits and abilities of our newfound powers and changes. And we did end up here instead.
You could have gone to the arena.
Oh. Please tell me more, if you're so inclined.
Not far from where you landed.
Huh.
Not far from here. Sorry, he doesn't know where you landed. I apologize. I know. My bad.
Yeah.
Not far from here, there is a room. It is enchanted. A place to fight endlessly and earn endless glory and endless rewards.
Now that sounds interesting.
Fight what?
Creatures, others,
Are are there safeguards against dying outright?
Of course not. Then there would be no glory.
I'm all for it.
But you can set the stakes yourself. Choose the challenge you would undergo.
Quite terrifying.
Sometimes I use it for exercise.
Well, that does sound fun. So, I appreciate that gift of knowledge.
You have a scent about you, elf son.
A scent of?
Modification.
Huh. I am a tinker. I do like to change things around and yeah.
Not your scent, but one you have picked up and failed to wash off.
Oh.
Your arm.
Oh, you mean Nalri? Yeah, no, she's actually looking for something in the tomb. I'm not quite sure. We're supposed to be helping her find things.
What does she seek? This tomb is active of late. More and more denizens are coming through here, disrupting our fragile balance and ecosystem and failing to show proper respect.
Well, that's me sometimes, but I feel like she is more so ever looking for a way to either prolong her life or cure her illness. So I'm not entirely certain what her goals are.
She certainly could find death and live on in undeath if she wanted, but I imagine even that art hasn't been lost to the surface.
I don't think we've particularly seen too many undead here on the surface. It's kind of not not as common. Our first experience with the raising of the dead formally was here in the tomb.
I knew they sealed away blood magic, but necromancy as well.
They didn't
Idiots
seal it away. It's just rarer than it was. Looked down upon.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, and I'm gonna hold up the shaman's mask. Uh, there was this too, if you were interested in necromancy.
A trinket.
Yeah, mostly given to a less than useful shaman.
Stolen from me.
Really? Oh, it was made from dragon, huh?
Yes.
Oh. Well, it is all yours if you would like to take it back as its rightful owner.
Yes. Give it here.
Okay.
That mask seemed to have an affiliation with Foxy's.
Yes.
Are you friends?
No.
That is unfortunate then that somebody would use a shred of your power to communicate with a god.
Thoxes does not approve of my research.
He doesn't? Why not?
He thinks my magic is corrupt, that my powers are unearned. He thinks that I have no honor.
That's rich coming from a necromancer.
Exactly.
I
Honor
think-
is nothing. It is air. It has no meaning.
I think it's important. I think it's what separates the occultists and the people who make deals out of desperation with demons and from the people who specifically try to live for themselves. You live for a higher purpose. It's honor in and of itself. You may not care for it, but that doesn't mean that you don't still abide by those rules.
If that is your definition of honor, then I have no objection, but that is not the definition of honor that is held by Thoxis.
He's probably classicalist. What an old man. So, yeah, that's more so my definition of honor. It is the reason why we killed the witch down there. Yet, for other magic users, we simply allow them.
You killed the witch.
We did as a wholesome friend group. Group murder is always the best murder.
Bonding tactic.
She was annoying and a thorn.
I am definitely not fond of witchcraft. It is one of the things that I despise the most, given my past.
Suddenly, the whole chamber shakes. We have another earthquake. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from everyone?
Oh boy. Can I try to protect the elements on the table?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're all blessed, so you get a d4 and a +4 as well.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna be like basically like 24 then.
Oh, Zerial, if you're not near me, like if the table's far away, you wouldn't get the.
No, he's probably close
Okay.
enough. I don't think you guys are that separate.
Okay.
Yeah. So +6.
Yeah, beautiful. Things fall over, and the dragon seems to get mad for a second and looks and says, "Alak, go feed that idiot!" Alak just sort of nods. "I will, master," and turns and leaves.
You know what's causing these earthquakes?
Yes. Prisoner. Punished. Justly. For betrayal.
Oh. I've forgotten the name, but Alak told us what the name was.
Oh yeah, the other. Huh.
The guy that killed Akarut. Dagon. Dagon.
Dagon.
And just to be clear, that is a Demogorgon, right?
No.
Oh,
There's a lot of betrayal in this story. So
yeah.
Demogorgon came
there have
later,
been, like,
right?
Yeah, 5
the
betrayals.
Demogorgon betrayed Ovzisha. The Demogorgon was like a servant of Ovzisha.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon was an alchemist servant of Ovzisha who betrayed
Yeah,
Ovzisha.
yeah.
But the Demogorgon was made inside the tomb. They did not exist before the tomb. So they have no history outside the tomb.
Okay.
This is something else. This is Dagon.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no.
There's
a
quite
lot
the
of
amount of betrayal.
A lot of moving parts. Totally got it.
How is he causing earthquakes?
With his restlessness.
Is he in danger of erupting? If that's the wrong word, but can't think of anything better.
No, I will keep him stable.
Thank you.
I mean, we could possibly. Do you don't want to kill the prisoner, do you, or do you want to keep him captive?
I do not think he can die.
Oh, then there is an issue.
I've experimented with it.
Huh.
Every time he dies, he seems to go into a deep slumber instead.
Oh shit! Is this a fucking Tarask?
That would be the common word for it, yes.
What's a Tarask?
Oh no. Yeah, a Tarask is like in meta outside of our specific game terms, a Tarask is like the big baddie. It's the guy that you send when your party fucks up real bad and you want a new start with the fucking world. Like it is
Right.
unkillable, has a shit ton of legendary saves. If you
Immune
do
to
manage
damage
to
except for
kill it,
like 2 different sources.
yeah, like essentially the ways that people have found to kill it are creating an endless army of clones of yourself if you're a wizard, and then casting polymorph and shadow word kill. But you need the endless army of clones to get through its many resistances and saves. And like, yeah, like it basically this guy is like the motherfucker. So yeah. Okay. I didn't even know that there was one of those in this game, but now we know. That is wow.
Great.
Yeah.
You refer to the Kraken as a brother.
Yes.
I spoke to the Kraken and he requested.
And do you intend to attempt to do so?
Um, the Kraken made a promise in exchange for that I don't have any faith it can keep, and I don't have any allegiance to it. So no.
Good. Well, I guess it doesn't matter much. I'd eat you if you attempted it.
This smiles. He actually,
As,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
I was gonna say, as somebody with an IQ above room temperature, freeing one of the scariest folk legends I've ever heard, probably not gonna be the deal for me. Like I think I've made my mark in this temple for attempting some pretty heinous stuff, but that is its own
Probably the worst thing you could do
insanity.
here. Probably the worst thing anybody could do down here. Releasing a
You're
Trask
bound at
against.
the lowest level of the temple, underneath it, actually.
Yeah, we appreciate you for keeping that thing bound. So,
Is it bound by the same means that everything else is bound?
No.
Is it bound by the same means that? Oh my god, I forgot the name for the thing, the very specific thing, feature. Puzzle lion person face.
oh, Sphinx.
Is it by the same means that the Sphinx is monster?
The Sphinx is bound by Thoxis.
Ah,
The Tarask is bounded by me.
Well, we absolutely appreciate that. Considering that, becoming a nice smooth pate on the stone walls is quite quite the unfortunate end towards most living things within the this hemisphere.
Do you want to know the secret to how I bound it?
Yes.
Sure.
Nothing can stop the power of a Tarask's body, but its mind is weak.
Oh,
I developed psionic powers in order to control it.
oh, that's really
It has
cool.
no will of its own, no mental power of its own. It is just a mindless creature led by its basest urges. And now that I have that situated, no matter what, as long as I keep it satisfied, it will stay beneath the tomb.
Huh.
He reaches over and starts rummaging through the treasure and pulls out a large bottle. And inside this bottle, you see like wisps of off-green smoke. Sort of looks poisonous. Waves it up and says, "This is what remains of its mind." Dagon is in here. What's left of him. Tosses it back on the pile of treasure.
I'm gonna look really nervous as it tosses a glass bottle onto coins.
Ding, ding, ding. It seems fine.
And it's got some strong glassware. That is the you thought I had confidence. The confidence in that glassware is impeccable. So fascinating. All right. Does anybody
It's
else
some
have
amazing
anything?
power. Dealing with my courage because it's probably a bad idea. I really appreciate your school of magic that you've created from scratch. I can't imagine how much research and knowledge must have gone into it. I do intend on learning it as much as I can, but I feel like I owe you for creating this knowledge for me to pursue. Is there anything I can do for you in return within my abilities?
Well, you killed a witch. And that makes me partial to you. Anything that inconveniences that sick creature is of benefit to me. And so I appreciate it. I think that perhaps I can gift you something.
I would be honored.
Thank you. And as a promise that future could prove interesting and worthy of study for you.
I'm sure
Yes.
it will be.
And again, the claws reach out and start digging through the piles of gold, and you see a box, a large wooden box. And he pulls out and opens it, and he peers closely and reaches inside and pulls out a single sheet of paper. Looks inside the box and places it down. You see inside the box hundreds of sheets of paper, but he just carefully closes the box lid. And he hands you this sheet of paper.
I'm gonna quickly scan it.
Yeah. What I am going to do here is have you, Emily, pick what blood magic spell you would like to have available to learn, and that is what he gave you.
Brilliant. I assume it has to be a level that I can cast.
Nope. But you won't be able to cast it if it's not a level you can cast.
Yeah.
Like he could give you.
But I'll have it for the future.
Magic. He could give you one of the 9th level spells. You just wouldn't be able to cast it until you were 9th level. It's your call. Whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
If you've ever seen Parks and Rec, it's the sheet of paper is the "I can do what I want" signed Ron.
Exactly. Okay. So
Um,
you can see that. And he says, there is always more research to uncover, more secrets to unfurl, more power to find. Finding power, that is the real goal. Stronger every day.
My man.
Or not
I
there yet. Someday you will be able to help me if you continue on this path in a meaningful way.
I can promise that I do plan to continue on this path.
I am glad. You seem to be the first relatively worthy person I've seen studying the magics.
How do you define worthy?
Willingness to do what is needed to gather more. Willingness to experiment. Willingness to make sacrifices if that is what is needed to become more.
Didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
I'm so scared.
All right.
Search for the servants, anyone that works for the other one. Wipe them out. They pervert our magic. They think it's science to apply it to themselves, to twist their own forms into something more. But it is also something less.
Okay.
Do you know why they call him the other one?
No, I don't.
It's because when he was made, he was nothing. He was not even worth a name.
Sounds like he is trying too hard to make his name, if I'm honest.
Mood.
Yes, he is.
I might say so. He also sounds like he poses an immense threat. I don't know if that's the right word, but sounds like he could pose a threat.
Flamboyance, I think, is the correct term.
There's a tale where I'm from, and then Tis recounts basically the plot of Frankenstein, but in Celestian lore or whatever. This creature is made by the will of this one experimenter, this one scientist, and returns to destroy everything that he loved. It had no name. He gave it nothing other than life and no purpose. And it reacted in that way.
And is your story sympathetic to this being?
I think the story is factual before anything else. I could have misread it though, easily.
Doxus makes servants that obey him and calls it honor. The other one makes beings to harvest them, to harm them, and calls it research.
We've seen his work.
The poor creatures that are things that he made, they are to be pitied. The ones that follow him, that follow his research, that think that the appropriate response is to steal power from another rather than to build it yourself, they are the enemy. You fought the witch.
Aye.
Do you know what it was trying to do?
It was, if I understood correctly, it was attempting to achieve a state of godhood, or a portion of godhood.
Yes. By stealing the divine essence from something that already had it. Not by earning it themselves, not by making it, not by becoming a god, but by thieving it. By implanting itself with this divine essence, with surgery and ritual. Did you free whoever was going to be sacrificed on this quest?
I was gonna, above game, I was gonna be sacrificed, right?
Yeah.
It was going to be me, and yes, clearly.
They were going to sacrifice you to steal the power from someone else.
Oh. I suppose I don't know what they were trying to steal it from then.
Well, maybe from you then. I don't know. But don't steal the power from another. Make it yourself. Earn it. Prove your own worth. Don't make bargains with beings above you. That was Akarut's mistake.
He bargained with Beth, didn't he?
Cultics. Yes. No dragon would be so stupid.
I could be mistaken, but it seems like he came out on top with that bargain. He shares in godhood. He lives without termination, and he walks the earth again.
But his body is really Quiltix's, isn't it? It's not really his anymore.
Exactly.
What? This might be a silly question. What did he make the bargain for in return? What did he gain?
He turned his soul inside out for power. The power to defeat his enemies.
Not a good bargain.
And he trusted that over his own research.
I hear ya.
Well, this has been a pleasant enough pastime. You have distracted me from my studies for a while, but I must return to them. However, know that until you cross me, your tithe has purchased my patience.
Appreciated. And my last gift to you is my thanks. And I just say with a very joking smile.
Nods. Be gone. Leave the way you came.
All right, let's Scooby Doo our ass out of here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, I've never been more stressed.
See, it's only meeting a giant legendary creature that nobody has ever seen or heard from in 6,000 years. What could possibly go bad with that?
I was just thinking the same thing. So you leave, and you get to that hallway with all the arms in it, and part of it disappears. You actually hear the grinding of stone on stone, and the wall on your right disappears entirely into the wall itself, and you can see like it's not a well marked thing, but it is a thing. There's a staircase heading up beyond it. So now you have a choice: back to the room where you came from, or up the stairs. Back to the room where you came from. Also the arena.
Oh, we're going back to the. Well, I'm going back to the game. That's my vote.
I mean, he did say go back the way you came, so I think we should go back the way we came.
Yeah. Curious as I may be.
I don't think the arena's a good idea right now.
Maybe. Who knows? So you make it back to the room where you came from. There's now a teleportation circle on the floor that you made. The doors are now open on both sides. And the hallway is still there. And I think that's what we're going to call it today. Conversations with the Dragon.
Cool.
Yeah. Guys, that was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Everyone out there watching, anyone out there watching, thank you for the note about the volume. We have fixed that, I hope. And please go live good and happy lives. Take good care of yourselves. And as always, the best... Oh, I haven't done experience, have I?
No.
Well, then let's do experience before I forget, because I always do. That seems like a bad thing, right?
How be?
You guys are what level?
12?
12, yeah.
Nice. Wow, that makes experience really, really good. What do we do today? What do we accomplish?
Successfully talked to a dragon and didn't die.
Yeah, I think that's deadly. Is everyone comfortable with me calling that deadly?
Yeah, we avoided being a toaster pastry.
Yeah, I agree. You also got a gift from the dragon.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to give you credit for as well.
I fixed up the alchemy table. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty nice.
You gave a gift to the dragon. That is also good. I'm actually going to give you a couple rounds of points for that because you gave several gifts to the dragon, actually. Fixed up the alchemy table, gave him a fair bit of gold. All good stuff. Anything else?
We got the knight.
Yeah.
Learned a lot of lore and backstory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, uncovered
My
some
favorite bit.
backstory stuff. Absolutely.
Fortunately, still not using the crazy wacky combat stuff, but like eventually we'll get to it.
I mean, there's a whole arena there. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
Let's see. Let's see. We chatted with a Death Knight. Chatted up a Death Knight.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you points for that because that also could have gone bad.
You
You also
used
actually
the-
successfully ambushed a Death Knight, but then didn't take advantage of it, which I'm also gonna give you partial points for.
We used that room successfully.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You discovered its use already, so I won't give you medium, but I'll give you easy for that. No problem.
Was the Death Knight's wine, or I guess fermented nectar drink, significant?
In the sense that it is like, are you asking, like, was it a significant challenge to drink alcohol?
No. Was it like a recipe lost to time, or like the bottle itself, was it like ancient or something? I don't know.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'll give you points for that. And
brew
on top
it,
of that,
too.
we have some in a vial, so I'll give you points for that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I can brew some more of it. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely, you can. And you could, if you wanted, stop adventuring and sell that and be very rich.
Hey, don't tempt
This
me.
is how the guild makes money.
That's how the guild makes money. We sell alcohol.
Oh, we did discern a little bit about history. At least I think we might have, because prior to now, I thought Akarut had ascended to godhood. That's not the case.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. No, it's not. And it's, I will say this, the reason you thought that is because Akarut wants people to think that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were a victim of a misinformation campaign that was launched upon you.
He's lost himself to Godhood, really.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Anything else we want to get credit for? Seem pretty good?
Yeah.
Can't get over not dying. Can't believe we survived that.
I gave you.
I'm so surprised.
Emily, that is 7,166 experience points.
We are at
Partially because there's 3 of you.
117,262.
Nice. Well, nice job, guys. And next time we'll get to some combat. I'm really sorry that we didn't get to some today, but you guys went well. I mean, all 3 directions had potential combat, I guess, but you went to the one that was like the scariest combat, and hence decided to social your weight outfit.
Yeah. What were you thinking, Emily? Do you think that I was going to get us into a terrible situation far above our
Would not be
party
the
level,
first time.
and then proceed to make things even worse by talking really terribly to somebody, and then proceed to mess up a social encounter? When have I
I
ever
want you
done
to
that?
look me in the eyes and tell me that wasn't tempting.
Okay, I mean a little, but like,
yeah, because you've never done that before. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Go live good and happy lives. Take care of each other as best as you can. And as always, the best advice that I can possibly offer you is don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom.